Hands up if you started your web design business so you could earn money doing something you love and do something that fits with all the other commitments you currently have going on in your life. Yep, you too? Awesome. How's that going for you right now? Is your business actually supporting your life the way that you want to live it? Or has it been more the other way around, where you're constantly having to tweak your life to make more room for your business? What if I told you that there are a few simple changes that you could make to the way that you run your business to set it up to better support your life and the way you actually enjoy working? In today's video, I'll be specifically chatting about your web design packages and how you can set them up so they not only make your clients happy, but also support your goals as a designer and business owner too. But your packages are not the only thing that you're gonna wanna be tweaking in order to make this thing fit your life. It's important to also find a client attracting strategy that you love too, so you don't get burnt out and wind up dreading sitting down to work in your business. Need help finding clients in a way that feels more like you? Take my 45-second quiz, which I created just for web designers, to find out which client finding method actually matches your personality type and which proven marketing strategy will have you attracting your ideal clients with ease. You can find the link to the quiz right here, or I'll also put it for you in the description below. Okay, let's talk about how to build the web design packages that actually fit with your life and the way that you enjoy working. Tip number 1, decide the perfect web designer package timeline. So when you first get started as a website designer, there's this bizarre myth out there that every project you take on should take you about 6 to 8 weeks to complete. So therefore, in order to make ends meet, you have no choice but to be juggling multiple clients at a time. But when I first started my web design side hustle, I thought long and hard about the way I wanted to be working. And having projects drag on for months or having them all overlap and being at the beck and call of multiple clients at once was definitely not it for me. I wanted to be the one controlling how much I earned and how much I worked and how much time I took off. I definitely was not going to the trouble of starting my own business only to place myself back in some box that I thought everyone else was doing. So when creating my packages, I decided that every single website I took on would be wrapped up in exactly 2 weeks. Yep, even those giant branding and web design projects with the $9K price tag. How? Because for 2 straight weeks, my focus was 100% on that one client and their project. I wasn't having to hit pause on one client and go hop on a call with someone else or work on another client's about page because they finally got me their copy and branding and images. In my business, projects were never just dragging on for months, continuing to require my time and attention, but without actually bringing in additional revenue. I loved it because I could put all of my creative energy into serving just one client extremely, extremely well. No having to have tasks slip through the cracks because I was being constantly interrupted or having to shift gears to accommodate other clients. I was able to knock their socks off with my customer service and get their site launched while the hype was still high. No more having the excitement of their investment fizzle out because of slow progress or the client becoming distracted with other projects in their business. Not only did this mean more 5-star reviews and testimonials, it also made getting client homework back on time a breeze. My clients were never dragging their feet to get me their content or taking weeks to review my work and give me the feedback that I needed to continue with the next phase of the design because they knew we only had 2 weeks, not months on end, to knock this thing out. Plus, for me personally, it meant I could pretty much plan out my entire year in advance. Feel like hitting the beach for 2 weeks? Great. I just wouldn't fill those slots in my design calendar. I could safely leave my laptop at home, never having to worry about leaving current clients hanging. So that is how I chose to build my web design packages to support the way that I wanted to work and live. But the amazing thing about being your own boss and creating your own packages is that my timelines do not need to be your timelines. I love hearing stories from my past students in my Square Secrets and Square Secrets business courses who have taken the client design process that I teach and adapted it to fit them. Here are a few quick examples of past students who created packages that fit with their lives. Example number 1 is Caitlin Deckel, founder of Launch the Damn Thing. Caitlin is a seriously talented designer who makes creating drop-dead gorgeous websites look easy. But her real superpower and the thing that makes her feel the most fulfilled in business? Swooping in to save the day. Caitlin loves to step in and serve bootstrapping business owners who have tried the DIY route but are missing a few important pieces of the puzzle to get their site up and launched and could therefore just use a pair of expert eyes on their site for a day or two. So rather than busting out back-to-back custom websites, Caitlin has started offering VIP designer day rates where she charges $1,000 a day to help her clients tick off those last few to-dos on their list. You can catch Caitlin's full story of how she started offering VIP days in this video right here. Then we also have past student Becca Wood, founder of Alto Design. Becca still loves being able to deliver a completely custom website to her clients, but she also needs to fit it in with her 9-to-5 job. So she created her 1-day website package where her super clear onboarding process allows clients to do the homework ahead of time so that by the time she sits down to do the design, it just takes her 1 day to complete the whole thing. If you want to learn more about Becca's super unique 1-day client process, you can read all about it here. Okay, so moral of the story is don't just assume that in order to be successful, you have to do things the exact same way you see other designers doing it. Decide which timeline fits best with the way that you like to work, including how much time you're going to take off and any other commitments that you currently have that you need time and brain space freed up for. And then design your packages around that. So now that we've chatted about timelines, let's look at the actual services that your packages will include, which brings us to tip number 2. Decide which web design services you actually enjoy offering. Just because you are a website designer does not mean you will automatically love all aspects of website design. Maybe you honestly just can't stand the task of setting up hundreds of products in an online shop. Great packages that cater to service-based businesses who are less likely to need a full-blown e-commerce website where your focus will be on designing killer services pages, not creating a zillion product pages. Or find yourself a trusted designer friend to refer this part of the process to instead. Or maybe you love the technical part of designing, building out each section and page, but the coming up with ideas part or the having to do the work of finding clients in the first place is not really your jam. Perfect. There are other designers out there who excel at marketing and love taking clients through the planning and idea phase, but find the behind the scenes designing part a bit tedious or a bit too time consuming. Why not collaborate and let them come up with all the client finding and coming up with ideas bit, and you do the actual work of building out the website? Or maybe you're like talented past student Mariana Durst, who loves having creative control over the entire process. Not just website design, but also the branding and the copy too. So like her, you decide to become a one-stop shop for the exact type of niche client that you truly adore working with. You can find Mariana's full story here, including how she manages to book out her business with premium projects months in advance in that video. And speaking of becoming a one-stop shop, let's talk about how your packages can also be designed to better attract the exact type of client that you dream of working with. So think about the ideal person you would love to serve with your web design skills. Maybe they exist within a specific industry. Why not think about all the softwares and integrations people in their shoes tend to need to get their business up and running online, and then work those into your packages. Or maybe your current packages tend to attract clients at a lower price point or at an earlier stage in their business journey, and therefore they don't always have the budget for professional branded images yet. You might decide that working with less than quality images is affecting your overall look and vibe of your portfolio, so you sit down and figure out how to tweak your packages and offerings to be attracting clients with healthier budgets. Or maybe you feel that your calling is still to champion these business owners who are just getting started, but you find that they often aren't able to afford your full-blown custom packages. So you tailor your offerings to fit a lower price point, something that would take you less time to deliver, so you can still genuinely be of help to those people without needing to discount your time and expertise as a designer. Whether this is templates or one-off coaching calls or website audits to help them get unstuck, or even some sort of digital product or program that would help them to more easily DIY the thing themselves, but on a baby business budget. So know that the way that you choose to design your packages is just as much about you as it is about serving your clients. We tend to do our best work for clients when we are ourselves feeling fulfilled in our business and are constantly feeling stuck doing tasks we honestly hate. So if you want your business to be successful and enjoyable in the long term, it's important to be intentional and think about whether or not this decision that you're making will get you closer to your goals and actually fit with your life and the way that you want to work. Then as your business grows and your understanding of the way you like to work evolves, don't be shy about tweaking your process or your packages to match. So your homework for today is to sit down with your packages and ask yourself, are they designed in such a way that they support my life and the way that I like to work? What tweaks could I be making to the timeline or the services that I'm including, and also to my packages to make sure that they're set up to attract people so I can find more joy and freedom and fulfillment when I'm working with my clients? And again, if finding clients in the first place has been your biggest struggle and marketing your business currently feels like a massive chore to you, then it's also worth looking at whether the marketing strategies that you're doing, figuring out, do they even fit for me? If you're just doing them because you see other designers having success with that thing, then I highly encourage you to take my 45-second quiz. It will help you figure out which client finding method matches your personality type. So you can get access to that and the next steps for implementing a marketing strategy that actually feels like you. Again, you'll find that right here, or also I'll put the link for you in the description below. I'm so honored that you decided to hang out with me today. I hope this video gave you a few ideas on how to start being super intentional about designing a business that supports a life that you love. And remember, for more tips on how to do just that, be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell button so you're actually notified when new content drops on the channel every week. Wondering what to watch next? Check out these videos too.